Shalom, everybody. Rabbi Edelstein here with this week's enthusiastic installment of Rabbi E in 3, brought to you as always by MEOR DC. Enthusiastic, not to say frenetic or breathless, because I'm not those things, right? Let's be nice and say that I sometimes have an enthusiastic delivery as I try to cram in information and inspiration in the 3 minutes plus whatever. So let's call that enthusiasm. And if that's true, then this week I have even more reason to be enthusiastic on a number of different counts. First of all, Mrs. E, my lovely wife, and I are going downtown to celebrate Shabbat with students at GW and other places. The Marvin Center, 7:30, room 403. Join us for great Chinese food, Shabbos on campus. I'm enthusiastic about that. I'm also enthusiastic because this Shabbos is the Shabbos before Rosh Chodesh Adar Beis. It was a leap year, not to get into the details of that, but we have the month of Adar, the second Adar, in which Purim will fall. So in other words, this Shabbat, we have a beautiful blessing in synagogue as we look forward to the Rosh Chodesh, the new month next week, which will be the month of Adar, in which Purim will fall. Purim, like in that day of joy, exuberance, enthusiasm, can feel it already on this Shabbos. And it's such a beautiful blessing. Every month we say this blessing. We say, may it be your will, Hashem, our God, and the God of our forefathers. May you, Hashem, inaugurate this month coming upon us for goodness and blessing and life and sustenance. And we enthusiastically mention so many beautiful things and the yearning of our heart for a good month ahead. So I'm going down to campus for Shabbos. We're going to make a beautiful blessing for the month of Adar Sheni, which leads into Purim in a couple of weeks. And this week's Torah portion is the portion of enthusiasm par excellence. It really is. Vayakhel, the second to last portion in the book of Exodus, Shemos. We had in previous weeks God's commandment to the Jewish people, to Moshe to give to the Jewish people, to make the tabernacle, the Mishkan, the incredible home for Hashem, so to speak, for the divine presence in this world, the miniature temple that the Jewish people would carry with them in the desert. So the commandment to build it was in the last few Torah portions. Now we have the carrying out of the commandment. The Jewish people enthusiastically running to bring gold and silver and copper and all the beautiful materials that Hashem asked them to donate, didn't specify the amount, and they, in the generosity of their heart, brought overflowing amount until Moshe had to say, stop, we don't need any more. Over and over again in this Torah portion, we have one of the phrases in the Torah for enthusiasm, nidivus lev, nadiv libo. The people's heart motivated them and stirred them with joy, with sincerity, with enthusiasm to bring an incredible teruma, donation of all these materials to build the holy tabernacle, the Mishkan, the purpose of which was to bring Hashem into the presence of the Jewish people and into the heart of each and every Jew. So it's a Torah portion of enthusiasm. I can't even contain myself. Okay. I had a little bit too much coffee. Okay, that's okay. But you know what? Even for a great building project like the Mishkan, we have to enthusiastically stop our work for Shabbos. And indeed, Moshe begins the assembly at the beginning of this Torah portion. Before he gives them the commandment to build the Mishkan, he says, 6 days you'll work, but the 7th day you'll rest. The Mishkan, as holy and important a building project as it was, does not override Shabbos. Shabbos is the day of holiness. So may we all, hopefully we're carrying out beautiful, wonderful mitzvot in our lives, but we should enthusiastically run to stop all those things to enjoy the divine blessing of Shabbos. Have a wonderful, enthusiastic, and a quiet way, Shabbos.